Jim Collins, in his classic book, Good to Great, identifies a key characteristic of the very best leaders as being humility. And when I think of humility, I think a key component of that is having a healthy self-awareness. To be able to look into the mirror and see who we are, to see our flaws, to see our shortfalls, to see our strengths, to see our abilities and our skills, and to see where we can improve and grow and develop ourselves. So as leaders, I'm asking you today, where are you? What is your leadership style like? What does it feel like to be led by you? What are your leadership skills and abilities, and where do you need to grow and develop? I think there is no time better than now as leaders to sit down and look in the mirror and really weigh where each of us are. Why is that critical? Well, now more than ever, we have a disengaged workforce. And because of that, our productivity is lacking. Now, I'll come back to that in a second. But as a leader, what is your vision like? Where do you want to go as a leader? Do you know where your people want to go? And then, most importantly, where do you want to see those that you lead go into the future, into the next year, the next 3 to 5 years? And then, are you communicating that clearly and consistently to the people that you lead? What are the relationships with those you lead like? Have you built relationships? Have you invested time in getting to know the people that you lead at such a depth that there is a relational trust and there is psychological safety in the workplace? What is the culture of your organization? What are the behaviors and actions that you've allowed and consequently that have developed to create your culture? What are the attitudes and the work ethic of your people? And most importantly, what are the skills of your people? Where do they need to be trained and equipped? And are you delegating tasks or are you delegating authority? Are you pouring into your people and delegating authority to them so that you're empowering them to do their job with excellence, but to grow and develop themselves as leaders down the road? Look in the mirror. Ask yourself those questions today. Because now more than ever, we see a workplace where the vast majority of our employees are disengaged. Statistics tell us that. You can find those statistics in my new book, Lead Like a Coach, a proven way to stimulate employee engagement and productivity. We know that's what's occurring. And yet, so many leaders react in such a way that everything's okay. And you know that is the greatest danger in the world. When we think that because we're winning some games, that we're a championship program. And as a basketball coach for over a quarter century, I can tell you that is a dangerous place when you have some victories and you get satisfied and you believe that you're doing just fine. But the reality is, in the midst of that, you're not. And it all goes back to the leader, because the leader sets the tone. The leader sets the vision. The leader helps create the culture. And the leader leads to engaged employees and greater productivity, or to disengaged employees, poor productivity, and ultimately people leave their jobs not because the job, but because of their bosses. And you've heard me say it before, we don't want transactional bosses. Today's workforce wants transformational leaders. So where are you? Take a look in the mirror, have healthy self-awareness, and evaluate your leadership style and your leadership abilities.